just so that this doesn't go unnoticed, just so that we all heard it, thought about it, and shared it. And please do like, subscribe, and share. We've talked about digital ID quite a lot. Now, there's some people that say Keir Starmer wants digital ID so that he can link voting to it. You won't be allowed to vote unless you've got digital ID. And then other people are saying, obviously, it's for state control. In a comment that he made in during a press conference in India, he was talking about digital ID, trying to highlight the benefits of the system, and he said, "I want to be very clear. Digital ID has been transformational in other countries, and this is the key bit. It allows people to access their own money and make payments far more easily than currently possible. It allows people to access their own money." It's what a bank card does. It's what your online app does. It's what going into a bank does. Now, wow. So digital ID was supposed to be for work permits. It was supposed to be, he sold it to us, that it was so that he could get a hold of illegal working, so that he could make sure that anyone that came to this country had a legal right to live and work here. That's how he sold it to us. He was trying to sell it on the back of the anger that this country feels about illegal migration. Illegal is the key here. And you're portrayed as far right if you say anything about it, and you're portrayed as unwelcoming, and everybody forgets the complete acceptance and welcome of legal migration, but we're talking illegal migration. And so that's what it was sold to us about when Nigel Farage was winning in all the opinion, well, it still is winning in all the opinion polls, but when Nigel Farage was riding the crest of the wave after his conference, Keir Starmer bought out digital ID to try and win back some voters. He also did it to take the heat off Morgan McSweeney and the £750,000 donation money. We're not sure where that came from, why that wasn't declared. There were so many other things that he wanted to deflect from, so he brought in to the arena digital ID, and it was for work permits. That's when on all of the interviews, what all of the Labour MPs were saying, that was the party line, and they stuck to it. Everybody else said, we're not having it, we don't want it, we're not signing up for it. The petition that's on nearly 3 million showed very clearly what the British people think about digital ID. And he said, you don't need to worry, to make everyone's life easier, it's to access government things better. And it's like, hang on a minute, I thought it was for work permits. You told us it was for work permits. Well, now we hear it's for accessing your own money. Now, this brings me back to a point that Kemi Badenoch made in her speech yesterday, which was she believes individuals know how better to spend their money than governments. Well, if this is not a clear indication that Keir Starmer does not think that, because he wants a digital ID, a state-run digital ID, which again, if we want to dig even further, we have links to Ewan Blair, Tony Blair's son, being the master and commander of the platform that's going to go out on. So we've got all manner of untolds coming out, yet we were told digital ID was for work permits. It was to control who was legally and illegally working. Now, it's had a phenomenal backlash. If it is linked to voting, I mean, Nigel Farage has said he'd rather go to prison than have it. So nobody's listening to Labour anyway at the minute. They're done. They're toast. It's count the days until they've gone. And now it will be a fight between whether it's the Greens, the Tories, or Reform who get the mantle, because they're not on board with this. And to be told that it's going to be linked, let's just get it absolutely right. I want to be very clear, he said, digital ID has been transformational in other countries. It allows people to access their own money and makes payments far more easily than currently possible. That is what Keir Starmer is saying digital ID is about. He is not saying it's about illegal work permits. He's now changed it. He's moved the goalposts. This is about accessing your money. Now, what else is going to be accessed? We know that it's linked to children and schools, and all of a sudden the details come out. The devil is in the detail. The devil was always in the detail. Have a look at the Education and Wellbeing Bill. If you really want to be terrified about where this digital ID is going, have a look at that. But I can tell you right now, as sure as night follows day, this is not about monitoring who is working here legally and illegally. And if you think for a second it is, then you are on something that I feel we all need to be on. And yeah, here we go. I'll be waiting for the door. It can knock, knock, knock. This is just me reporting what's out there. Have a look on GB News, and he said it himself. They are his words, not mine. I'm just sharing them. Keir Starmer said it. And that for me is a massive worry. Luckily, I got Baggy here, so he does make life better.